trap your significant other. Trap anybody you got a crush on. And I'm telling you, you're not gonna go anywhere. Well, I don't have a great history with that, but this might be the best taco I've ever made. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That was an earthquake. You just went from side chick to main chick, okay? You just graduated from friend zoned to wifey, okay? Actually, because something's bugging me, because I just got a comment, and I'm gonna read this comment. It's from Crazy Crazy, and she says, am I the only one who peeped that his demeanor was always sus? I figured it was just him being shy, but he always looks like his head wants to explode. Okay, well, shout out to you, Crazy Crazy. I've been getting a lot of, and I wanted to address this really quickly.
Welcome back. First and foremost, I missed you guys as always. So today, y'all really like when I do things from scratch. So today we're gonna be making tacos, because I love tacos. Who doesn't love tacos? So anyway, you guys, let us start off with making the tortillas. I'm gonna measure out 2.5 cups of flour. As you can see, I am rough measuring this because you guys know me. I don't really like measuring. So I roughly measured it, and you will see me struggle with that later. So after I am done measuring that, I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. I want a little puff, not a big puff, in my tortillas. So I add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and I'd say about 1 teaspoon of salt, but I would add a little bit more. I'd do 2 teaspoons of salt next time. And then I do 1/3 cup of lard or shortening. You can do shortening, lard, even butter. I would stick to either doing shortening or lard. I feel like it has more flavor that way, especially lard, but I didn't want to do lard. And then I'm going to work it into the flour like you would work in biscuits, and you want it to be nice and crumbly. You want the flour to be like pea-sized before you add your water. And then I have 1 cup of warm water. Now you're gonna see me add too much, and I keep these mistakes on camera so you guys can see what not to do. So I add some as I go, and then at the last I add way too much right there, and then I'm like, crap. It turned out fine. What I did was I kneaded it, and when you knead it, make sure you flour your surface. And so I put extra flour on my flouring surface, and then it turned out to be fine. It was still pretty sticky when I was rolling it out. Like I said, the tortillas turned out fine. So if it is a little sticky, you know, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather it be a little sticky than dry. And then I portion them off, and since I'm making little tacos, I'm doing them obviously smaller than what you would do a regular size tortilla. And so I just kind of pinch it between my thumb and my pointer finger to make little balls, and then kind of round them out. Now I'm going to cover them with a damp towel and let them rest for about, I think I let them rest for about 40 minutes. And then now this part, I know a lot of people roll them out by hand. I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to individually roll out each one of these because they were small. So I just got my tortilla press and it worked out literally perfect. Like they all came out the perfect size. And so I just put parchment paper down, put the little ball, and then smash it. And I smashed mine pretty thin, you guys. You want them to be pretty thin. You don't want a doughy taco. And look at that, guys. It came out so perfect. Like, look at that perfect little circle. I was so proud of that. Then I heat up the comal, and it is on medium heat. You don't want it to be too hot. I mean, you can have it too hot. I always have it too hot, and then it creates that like charred. It cooks it immediately, but it also kind of like creates that really charred tortilla, and I really do like it like that. But for the purpose of these tacos, I wanted them to not be so charred. So you want it on like a low to medium heat, and you already know like anything cast iron heats up really fast. It holds heat. So if you're going for a medium heat, I would put it on low heat. That's just been my experience with it. And then I put the tortillas under a dry towel so I can keep them warm. And yes, okay, I burnt a couple of them, but that's okay. Those have character, guys. Say it with me, character. So now I'm gonna make the mirepoix for the short ribs. Now, if you guys know anything about mirepoix, this isn't for, I mean, it's for flavor. It's to enhance the flavor, but it's not there to be like a definitive flavor. So you're not going to taste, you know, carrot, celery, onion, garlic, you know, it's just to enhance the flavor. And so I do a rough chop on these because, like I said, we're not going to be eating them. They're not going to go in the tacos. They're just there to help the flavoring of them. And I chose to do this mirepoix just really simple so that you guys could do it at home without like, you know, having to buy too many ingredients or being too stressed out. But yeah, I took 2 carrots, 2 celery, and 1 onion and rough chopped those up. I'm going to season my short rib. I got bone in because if you know anything about meat in general, when it has the bone in, it has way more flavor than when the bone is out. But we are going to season these pretty liberally with salt and pepper. You want to season them really good because you're trying to season for the whole thing of meat. And the reason why I went with short rib is because I love short rib. It's so like just so yummy. Like if you can see, guys, if you can see the short rib, obviously it's more fattier, but it definitely just adds like so much flavor. You won't be disappointed if you go with short rib. Obviously you can go with anything. You can go with chuck roast. I would do chuck roast if you don't want to do short rib, but if you want maximum amount of flavor, go with the short rib. And I did wash my hands before I put my hands on my salt and pepper. Now I am going to sear them. Kind of seals in your moisture. And then it also just provides like that nice brown crunchy top. So good. So when I'm done searing them, I am going to take them out and set them to the side so that we can cook our vegetables or our mirepoix for like a few minutes. saute that for a minute, and then I add the meat back in and just kind of make room for it and put the meat face down, because that's where you want it to cook in the liquid. And so just, yeah, it's crowded in there, but just make room, okay? Make room for all of them. And then I cover it with beef stock. I only go up like 3/4 of the way. I didn't want them to be submerged. I put those in for $3.50 at 3 hours, and they were just, well, let's look at that. Oh my God, that's good. I really feel like I wish somebody were here to eat this with me. All right, so now what am I making? Okay, so I'm pickling my red onion and my Fresnos. You can find Fresnos over there by the peppers, the red ones. I think Fresnos, I would use Fresnos because one, they're not as spicy. Sometimes they're spicy, but they're not as spicy. And then two, they're sweeter. I'm only gonna do a half of an onion, and I'm gonna cut this very thin, you guys, like super thin. You'll see me with the knife. I'm pickling them in a short amount of time, so I want them to be super thin as I can get them. And for my pickling liquid, this is the easiest way I would go about it. I mean, there's tons of ways you can do it. So I'll do a half cup of white wine vinegar. I did a tablespoon and a half of sugar. I did a couple of peppercorns, and then I put that in the microwave for like a minute until it got really hot. Obviously, you want it to be hot because that will help one kind of cook your onions and your Fresnos or whatever you're pickling. It'll kind of help it cook it, and it will also help soften it. You don't want it to be like too crunchy. You want it to be somewhat soft. I also use another glass. I put plastic wrap down, and then I put the glass inside of that to push down the onions and the peppers so that they were completely submerged. And you guys, they came out bomb. Okay, I was very proud of myself. I've shown you guys how to make salsa a ton of times, but I still feel it necessary that every time I make it, I show you. So I do about 3 like medium to large tomatillos, and then I added 4 jalapenos that were not de-seeded. Obviously, if you don't want it that hot, don't add it with the seeds. You guys, take out the seeds. And then I do a 1/4 of white onion and a couple cloves of garlic. Boil it until you see it be like this color, dark green. And I just kind of scoop everything in there, trying not to get I try not to get so much water in there because, I don't want it to be like super watery, but I do kind of like my salsa like taco shop style. So, a little runny is okay for me. And then I just kind of blend that. And then I wasn't even going to add this avocado, y'all. And then I added the avocado, and I swear it was so good. It was so good, you guys. That is so good. Oh my God. It is like creamy, but Jesus Christ, that is so good. And you see that I put it in there when it was hot. Don't do that. I don't really care about the cooking rules sometimes, so I just kind of put it in there when it was hot, and then I put it in the freezer. And then I'm going to make this cilantro lime crema. I want to call it crema, even though there was mayonnaise in it. So I do like a few tablespoons of cilantro. I chop that up real fine. Half a cup of sour cream, fourth a cup of mayonnaise. One squeeze of one lime. Squeeze of honey, because it's all about balance within flavors, so it adds a little sweetness to it. A couple teaspoons of garlic. And now we're just gonna assemble them, y'all. I'm not gonna say too much on this, but look at the pickled vegetables. They look amazing. They were even more delicious. And also, when you're making these, add something fresh. I added radish, but I know a lot of people don't like radish. So if you're gonna do something, like add like a fresh, like maybe like mango salsa, or like fresh tomatoes or fresh lettuce or anything fresh, because you want to balance out the flavors. It will be perfect, you guys. Anyway, if you guys made it this far, I freaking love you guys. Leave me some avocado emojis if you guys are still here. I love you guys so much. Let's get into the eating part.
Oh my god, finally. You guys, I've missed you once again. I am back today with a taco recipe from scratch. And as you can tell from the title, I'm trying to trap your man. Trap your significant other. Trap anybody you got a crush on. And I'm telling you, you're not gonna go anywhere. Well, I don't have a great history with that. But as you guys can tell, and if you watched the recipe part, I wanna say thank you so much if you did. I don't know what I'm gonna be saying because I haven't done my voiceover yet, but these tacos are from scratch, tortillas. We did the meat, we made the salsa over here, the avocado salsa, the cilantro lime. We pickled our own stuff, added some radish. You guys, I try to make these recipes as easy as possible so you guys can follow along and then attempt to make them yourselves. But enough talking. I will probably be talking because I got a bone to pick with some of y'all in the comments on the last video. But before we get into all that, I am gonna try this. I'm gonna try it. As you can see, I didn't put all the salsa all on one of them, or I only put it on a couple of them because this was supposed to be for another recipe. Yes, I did film another video for you guys. I did not like how it looked, and it was also tacos. And they don't come up like how I want them to on video. But I think these are gonna be bomb. And let's try this little guy in the end. Look at these, these are so cute. Here, so you guys can see. Oh my gosh. All right, first bite, y'all. Oh my god. Y'all, let's cut the slime up. I know this would be bomb with some lime. Oh my gosh, what the actual you guys, oh my gosh. Let's try it with the salsa. I can't imagine this getting any like better. I just can't. I can't imagine this getting any better. That was an earthquake. Oh my gosh. You have to add that. You have to, alright. Can we just get a moment in silence? You just went from side chick to main chick, okay? You just graduated from friend zoned to wifey, okay? Oh my gosh. You guys need to make these. These are the best. These might be the best tacos I've ever made. And I'm not, oh my gosh. Look at this little cutie. Look at this little cutie. You know what, let's put some lime on there. Why not? I got like a little buttery taste, and I just realized it's because of the fat from the short rib. Oh my god. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. I can't even really put into words how good this is, you guys. Should I finish this and then talk? No, actually, because something's bugging me because I just got a comment. And I'm going to read this comment. It's from Crazy Crazy. And she says, am I the only one who peeped that his demeanor was always sus? I figured it was just him being shy, but he always looks like his head wants to explode. Okay, well, shout out to you, Crazy Crazy. I've been getting a lot of, and I wanted to address this really quickly. I want to say first and foremost that I am so grateful and happy that you guys showed so much support in that last video, even the previous video. You guys really showed a lot of support, and it makes me so happy that you guys are really riding with me and you guys got my back. But at the same token, I saw a lot of comments where it was uplifting me and putting down Chris. I just want to say, if you're not familiar with just social media, most of the time you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, so you can't really make assumptions. There was nothing that he did or said that was cruel to me on camera, so I don't understand why. I don't get where a lot of like animosity and like hate comments or like just the rude comments that I'm getting about him. And it kind of hurts my heart, you guys. It hurts my heart that you guys are putting him down in the same token as bringing me up. He was a part of my life and my son's life for 6 years, and no matter what happened, I don't feel good reading the comments where you guys are kind of like putting him down. I get this is social media, and I'll get hate comments and I'll get that and this or whatever, but it seems like a lot of you guys support me on the same half, and I'm super grateful that you guys support me, but I'm also you can uplift me without putting him down, you guys, okay? And that's all I'm going to speak on it, because this isn't you know, I don't really want to talk too much about it. I just want to let you guys know that I'm super grateful for all of the support, but on the same token, just, you know, if you're gonna support me also, you don't need to put him down. So yeah, and I saw the comments kind of going that way in the last comment section, and I was kind of sad about that, you guys. But anyway, let's get back to the food. This was bomb. I'm telling you, you're about to trap your man with this. And why, you ask? I'm gonna say trap your man. Why not trap your woman? Actually, the first video I filmed this week was how to trap your woman, and that one went horribly wrong. So this one is how to trap your man or woman or whoever. I'm telling you, you're gonna trap him with this. You're gonna trap him. This might be the best taco I've ever made. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Guys, how you guys like this setup? I wanted you guys to be able to see. Oh my god, the last one. Oh yeah. I didn't even get a picture of these. I should have. I need to start posting more on my Instagram. If there's anybody that's good with social media that wants to help me out posting on my Instagram, hit me up. Email me. Oh my gosh. It's the last one, y'all. I don't feel guilty about this either, y'all. Okay, I went to the gym. I worked hard today. Y'all, I just finished that and I wasn't even recording. This is how you know I haven't recorded in a long time, because I didn't even pay attention to see if I was recording. That really fucking makes me sad. Anywho, if you made it this far in the video, leave me the red pepper emoji. If not the red pepper, leave me the taco emoji. That kind of sucks because I don't even know what I was talking about. I just wanted to say that thank you guys so much for supporting me. I think like I get into my head a lot into thinking like maybe you guys won't like when I cook, or maybe you guys don't care what I cook, or don't care to see me cook, whatever. But so far you guys have been so supportive, and I am just super grateful. I'm super happy that you guys, Jesus Christ, like look at the, what the y'all, don't just, I'm gonna have to put like something back there. Y'all wanted me to let y'all in though, like this is life right here. Who else's fridge looks like this? Hit the like button if your fridge looks like that, okay? I know it can't just be me. Dude, that was so good, you guys. Having Chris on the channel was great because there was another person to validate how good it was, but now it's just me. So hopefully y'all trust me enough, which I feel like you do. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, fine, I'll do the appetizers next. Maybe, I don't know. Hit like if you want that to be the next video. Actually, matter of fact, if we can get this video to 3,000 likes, I will do appetizers next. Okay?